Good morning, everybody. Obviously, a big weekend for spring breakers. This is the second weekend, and I think we've got a little bit, more traditional weather for us as we get into the weekend. We're looking at a 70-degree temperature as they head out the door. That's as warm as we've gotten. We started off in the 50s earlier this week, but the weekend is really going to get rather mild. We're looking at 72. That was yesterday's high. Today, we're looking at about 83. So, yes, a big warming trend. Now, what's happening? Well, the overcast is going to be thick this morning, but we're picking up a southwest wind this afternoon. Notice how it's due coming up out of the south. It'll be even more southwest in the afternoon hours, and that's going to give us a very dry air mass coming in from the land mass. So all of a sudden, the overcast will burn off, then we'll get pretty good little sunshine. But afternoon breeze will be out of the southeast, but also just the dry air will be here by then. Notice the cloud deck. You notice how here's the high clouds rolling out, and this is the low clouds. Well, these are much easier to erode right about here once we start warming up. We're looking at this frontal system. Now, it's not much of a front. It's falling apart, as a matter of fact, but it is going to encourage that southwest wind, and that's what's going to make a big difference today. Tomorrow, it may linger around and maybe pop a little shower or two, but I wouldn't worry about it at all. So, storm coming out of the Rockies, already in the plains, making it pretty nasty. Up here, we're talking rain, wind, and snow right about here. We're looking at the tail end of that system. Behind it is another area of low pressure in California that at this time will have some impact on us on Monday. So here we are today. Strong southerly winds, overcast. Notice that it burns off as we pick up a southwest wind ahead of that front. So you will see a lot of afternoon sun and temperatures warming to the 80s. Now we go from Friday on into Saturday, kind of the same pattern. We'll start with the overcast. We'll get the afternoon sun. It'll burn off. And then there may be a pop or two showers at the tail end of that front. Most of that north of Corpus Christi. So I think you're going to do fine once the sun breaks through. Interesting, on Monday is that front that comes through, but that's going to be a dry front. In other words, behind it, some very low humidities and gusty winds, but not particularly colder than that. So we watch for that on Monday. So here's your extended outlook. Pretty good looking weekend, I think, because you're going to have morning clouds, afternoon sun on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Sunday, we do have the possibility of 1 or 2 isolated showers, mostly inland. I wouldn't worry too much about it. So we're looking at breezy conditions as the sea breeze comes in for the afternoon hours. Then a warming trend. Look at that. We haven't seen 80s in a while. Then the frontal system comes through on a Tuesday. That gives us some dry air and some milder weather. In fact, the temperatures next week are going to be very agreeable. I don't know. Are you still on spring break?